Hello friends, Professor Rao here. Welcome to Let's Crack the Interviews channel. Today let's talk about a book, Empires of the Mind, Lessons to Lead and Succeed in a Knowledge-Based World by Dennis Whiteley. What are these lessons that we need to learn to succeed and lead in this knowledge-based world? It's quite an interesting book authored by Dennis Whiteley, and these postulates are as relevant as ever. It's written about 2 decades ago. And let's try to discuss and see some of these pointers and learn from this book. I found this book very interesting. I request you to please listen, learn from it, and request you to procure, if possible, physical or digital copy of the book and read it and become quite knowledgeable about the whole. Empires of the Mind by Dennis Whiteley. What kind of a knowledge era we will work and lead in future? Dennis Whiteley predicted and said this decades ago that what kind of a knowledge era we will work and lead in future and how the world will be. Beautifully predicted, and therefore this is the book actually is quite predictive and provides beautiful insights. We need to learn and look into that, and I'm sure you appreciate that. First and foremost, he said, Dennis Whiteley said, what worked yesterday won't work today. Isn't it? I'm trying to share with you the gist of it and request you to read the full book and try to procure it or maybe read a digital copy in internet. What worked yesterday won't work today. So what are procedures and what systems and processes that worked yesterday may not work today. And this is quite true. Reason being that we are in an ever-changing dynamic world. Change is the only thing that's constant and change is here to stay. Therefore, things have been changing, and what worked yesterday may not work today and will not work tomorrow. Therefore, the paradigms, the processes and the rules of the game keeps changing, and we need to be ready and adaptable to that. Yesterday, natural resources was power. Today, knowledge is power. It's beautiful. Yesterday, natural resources were regarded as the power of nations, people. Today, knowledge is power, isn't it? Knowledge is power. Knowledge conquers all. Knowledge is extremely important. We chase knowledge. If we chase knowledge, everything else will follow, and knowledge shared is knowledge gained, and we know all these adages and about knowledge. Today, whoever is having knowledge, he or she is powerful, isn't it? We need to compete through knowledge in this current knowledge era. We are in the knowledge era. We are an extremely ever-changing, dynamic, and VUCA world we discussed last time. Volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world. Therefore, yesterday natural resources was power. Today, knowledge is power. Yesterday, leaders commanded and controlled. Today, leaders empower and coach. Yesterday, leaders, the so-called manager, was a stiff upper lip, command control and extract the work and people keep the people in darkness, and that was the old connotation of a manager. And today, globally we prefer leaders, not bosses but leaders, was a book written by John Adair. You know that. So basically, we require more leaders. Yesterday, the so-called managers or leaders commanded and controlled and kept the people in darkness, and rule of the thumb was the order of the day. But that doesn't work anymore. And today, leaders empower and coach. Leader leads the way, shows the way, goes the way, and the leader is supposed to work along with the people. Is a team of people, empower them, motivate them, inspire them, lead them, coach them, mentor them. That is norm today. Yesterday, employees took orders, and yesterday employees took orders from their managers, other leaders. Today, teams make decisions. Today is all about the era of teamwork, collaboration, and cooperation, and working together. Interdependence is the order of the day. Yesterday, employees took orders from those managers. Those traditional way of things have gone, and those paradigms, those norms have become obsolete, outdated, isn't it? Today, teams make decisions. All work as a team, succeed as a team. So therefore, teams make decisions. Yesterday, shareholders come first. All the shareholders come first. And today, customers come first. Customer comes first. It's very important. Yesterday, to regard shareholders, the old traditional organizations. Today, we keep customer in the center stage and design the products and services around and see that the expectations of the customer and serve, care, and we go a step ahead called delight the customer. We are in there of customer delight. Because customer comes first and we weave around our products and services and models around the customers. Yesterday value was extra. Today value is everything. Yesterday generate value that was regarded as something extra, but today value is everything. We need to provide value and there's no choice. And today talking about value-based leadership, today we're talking about value-based services, and today we're talking about value-based paradigms and transitions. Today value is everything. Yesterday value was something extra. Today value is everything. What's the value you bring to the table, and what can the extra value you generate if we choose A compared to B in terms of as a service provider. Yesterday everyone was a competitor, isn't it? Yesterday everyone was a competitor, and to compete with each other, one another, and everyone was looked at as a competitor. But today everyone is a customer. Today we collaborate, work together, interdepend, and we all depend on each other. And uh, today everyone is a customer because we take help from each other, work together, collaborate, and interdependence is the norm. Therefore, from that perspective, today everyone is a customer. Therefore, we need to be cautious, be it internal or external customer. And yesterday, profits were earned expeditiously. Today, we work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Yesterday, profits were earned expeditiously. Earning profits was the only motto, only objective, only the purpose of the organizations across the world yesterday. Today, we work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Today, we need to be righteous, we need to be authentic, we need to be ethical, we need to practice code of ethics and business conduct and all norms and practices. And today, we need to work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Then we can thrive in the business, or the organizations thrive for longer, isn't it? Jim Collins has written a book, you know that, Good to Great, and then he has written a sequel called Built to Last. The organizations that move from good to great are the ones which are built to last forever, for a very longer period of time, and decades and centuries. So therefore, we work as a team and succeed as a team. And yesterday, profits were earned expeditiously. Today, we need to work with integrity and succeed with integrity. Integrity is the hallmark of business, hallmark of organizations, hallmark of individuals, organizations, nation, or civilizations. Therefore, we need to be candid. We need to be practice integrity, ethics. We need to be authentic, real. Be yourself. Be what you are, and be extremely candid and open, and be transparent, and trust each other, and be trustworthy. That's very important. So today we work with integrity and succeed with integrity. With lacking integrity, it's difficult to survive in this current knowledge era. So briefly about the book Empires of the Mind by Dennis Whiteley. It's a wonderful book, and given a great paradigms, and beautifully predicted the point of a knowledge era we are going to work in future, and these postulates are as relevant as then, now, and forever. That therefore I thought of sharing these few pointers with you friends. Thank you. Happy learning. Bye bye.